All right, let's get into it. You hear it everywhere, right? Crypto winter. It's this idea that everything's frozen, that projects have just packed it in and gone home. And, a lot of that talk seems to be aimed at big ecosystems like Cardano. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to look at what's really happening on the ground.
And that's why this quote just hits different. It's from Mimi, the founder of the PERPs NFT project. And they're basically saying, yeah, I hear what everyone's saying, and I just don't see it. When someone who's actually building in the ecosystem says that, you got to stop and listen. What are they seeing that maybe the rest of us are missing?
So that's really the big question we're tackling here. What is being built on Cardano right now? We're going to dig into the latest updates, the new launches, and what the community is actually doing to see if the reality lines up with all the rumors. And, well, where better to start than with the money?
Okay, first stop, the financial layer. I mean, let's be real, for any of these ecosystems to actually work, they need solid, easy-to-use financial tools. It's like the plumbing, It's the foundation for everything else that gets built on top.
And boom, right out of the gate, we've got a number that makes you look twice, 7.6% APY. That's what Bodega Market is offering if you stake their token. But here's the kicker, the really important part. Those rewards are paid out in ADA. We're talking about the main coin of the whole chain. That's a big deal because it's a way more stable, reliable kind of yield. And in a market like this, that's exactly the kind of thing that gets people's attention.
But hey, it's not just about chasing big yield numbers. The whole infrastructure is getting a serious upgrade. You've got projects like ViperSwap making it super easy to just buy in. They're adding fiat on-ramps, so you can use a credit card, Apple Pay, whatever. Then you see more advanced tools popping up, and even just the necessary housekeeping, like protocols cleaning up old markets to make things run smoother. It's not the flashy stuff, but it is absolutely crucial for building something that's meant to last.
Okay, so you've got all these financial apps, but what are they running on? They need a powerful engine, right? So let's pop the hood and take a look at the core tech. This is where things get really interesting, because this is the stuff designed to make the whole network faster, more efficient, and ready for whatever comes next. And one of the biggest things happening here is Sailfish from a team called Pondora. It's getting ready to launch on mainnet, and people are excited. Why? Because it basically unleashes Hydra, Cardano's big scaling solution, on the world of DeFi. The best way to think about it is like this. Instead of everyone being stuck in traffic on one big highway, Sailfish gives every single user their own personal express lane. They call it a mini Hydra head, and it's for your transactions. And what that actually means for you is pretty simple when you look at it side by side. On one side, you've got the standard way. That's the traffic jam, the congestion, the higher fees. On the other side, you've got the Sailfish way. Your transactions get handled in their own little private space, super fast, and then settle on the main network. The promise here is that it's just way faster and way cheaper. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a fundamental upgrade for pretty much everyone. And it's not just about making the current chain better. We're seeing projects literally building bridges to the future. Take the Walkers project. It's a perfect example. They're getting people involved on Cardano right now with the promise of future rewards on a whole new chain called Midnight. This tells you that builders aren't just thinking about today, they're thinking way down the road, creating value that connects different networks. So tech is cool, finance is crucial, but they're only half the story, right? A truly healthy ecosystem runs on its people. It's the community that's the real engine. So let's shift gears and look at what the community is actually doing, because honestly, that's often the best way to tell if a project is really alive and kicking. And wow, check out this number. In a market where you hear, oh, the NFT scene is dead, this is just wild. The PERPs project, they minted 2,000 NFTs in just 3.5 days. I mean, come on, that's a huge sign that people are still here, they're still interested, and they still believe. It's pretty much the exact opposite of what you'd expect in a crypto winter. But let's dig into that, because the details make it even more impressive. This wasn't just one whale buying up the whole collection. No way. We're talking 290 different people minted these, and now they're sitting in almost 400 separate wallets. And get this, nearly 20% of them are already staked. What does that tell you? It tells you this is a wide, diverse group of people who are not just flipping, they're sticking around for the long haul. Which brings us back to what the founder said. PERPs isn't just an NFT collection. PERPs is a movement. And now you can see why. This kind of action, this kind of buy-in, it's not just about pixels on a screen, it's about being part of something bigger, a shared belief. And that's the kind of energy that can carry a project through anything, good market or bad.
And this isn't just a one-off thing with perps. You look around the whole Cardano ecosystem, and you see the same story playing out everywhere. You've got communities voting on major decisions at Metera. You've got surf staking building features that came directly from a community member's idea. Minswap's running huge trading competitions. And new projects like Pulse are giving almost all their tokens, 85%, to the public. It's a super clear trend. Everything is being built from the ground up with the community in the driver's seat.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. Let's step back and look at all the evidence. The big question we started with was, what is really being built on Cardano right now? And this table really lays it all out, doesn't it? In one quick snapshot. You've got solid DeFi yields, you've got core infrastructure getting built out, like on-ramps, you've got massive tech upgrades for scalability getting ready to go live, you've got projects looking to the future, connecting to new chains, and holding it all together is this incredibly fired-up community, jumping into everything from NFTs to voting on the future of protocols. The sheer breadth of all this activity, you just can't ignore it. So what's the final takeaway? It's pretty simple, really. Yeah, the market prices might feel pretty cold right now, but the actual activity happening inside Cardano, it's anything but frozen. Developers are pushing out code, financial tools are getting better every day. The community is fired up. This doesn't feel like hibernation at all. This feels like builders have their heads down, laying a really strong foundation. And that really just leaves us with one last question to think about. If all of this is happening now, all this new tech, all this foundational work with this passionate community, if this is what a crypto winter on Cardano looks like, just imagine what the spring is going to be like. Thanks for joining me.